Hello everyone, welcome to today's science experiment. This is the third one with science experiments with me, Mrs. Broser. So today we're going to be doing another experiment with our trusty food colouring companions. They are a key component of today's work, and it's very important that you make sure, sometimes it's even best to wear gloves when using these because they do get a little bit over your hands. Okay, so as you can see in front of me, I've got some kitchen roll, I've got 7 glasses. I've used glasses, you can use plastic cups. I'm just trying to do my bit for the environment. I've got the 3 food colouring colours, which are red, blue and yellow. Now you can use other colours. It's not essential that you use these colours, although the experiment will work best if you use these colours. But yeah, that's just for optimum science experiment, but don't worry, it will still work if you use different colours. And then I've got some water. I've got it in a jug. Obviously, if you're near your sink, you can use your sink. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to take a piece of my kitchen roll. I'm going to fold it. Now, if you've been in my class before, you might have heard these terms, but I'm going to do it in a burger fold first. So that means I'm doing it this way. Okay, and then I'm going to do it again, all right, so to make it even slimmer. Doesn't really matter if it's not so neat, try and make it as neat as you can though. Okay, so now it should look like this. Then you're going to fold this in half. Now you will need to chop the open end, so you can see it's open. You don't want it so long because otherwise it won't work. Depending on, my glasses are quite short. If your glasses are taller, you might need to keep it like this. What we're going to be doing is this. Okay, so you don't want, can you see here, that's too much of a gap. So you need to chop some of it off so it fits better into the glass. Okay, so I'm going to chop a little bit off so that if you watch now, when I've filled the glasses, it will fit much better, okay? And it's not too much dangling in. Okay, so you will need to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll need to make 6 because you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all going into each cup, okay? So that's how many you will need to do. Again, you can pause me, make sure you can do those all, and then you can play me again. Then, you can see I've got all of my glasses lined up in a row. You can do it in a circle. It's easier for me to explain to you which number glasses to fill up if I have it in a line. So that's why I've done it in a line. I have seen online that they've done it in a circle as well, that works very well as well. Okay, so you're going to fill up glasses 1 and 3 and 5 and 7. Now, I filled them up quite full because I think that's the best way to do it. I do think that the more full they are, the quicker it will work. But again, who knows? This is the type of experiment where you will have to wait a little bit. It won't be like the previous ones where it's an instant, exciting reaction. But trust me, it's worth it. It is very cool. Right, I've put mine all close together. Can't have them too far away. What we're going to now do is put our food colouring into the correct things. Now, first of all, we're going to aim to try to make a rainbow. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we put the correct colours in the correct glasses. This science experiment kind of combines art a little bit because we're going to be doing some colour mixing, hopefully. Now, you can think of, what do all of these red, blue and yellow have in common? Yes, they are all primary colours, okay? So they can't be made themselves. They are responsible to make all of the other colours that we know and love. So in a rainbow, who can tell me what are the colours in the rainbow? Which order do they go into? Good, so it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, okay? And that's kind of what we're going to try and make today. That's why I've got 7 cups. We're going to start, okay, with some red. So I'm going to pour quite a lot. I think the better, the more concentrated the water, the better it will work, okay? So quite a lot in there, okay? Then hopefully in here, then we've got in here, we're going to put some yellow, maybe a little bit more. And then in our next cup, we're going to put some blue. And then in our last cup, we're going to put some red again. Oopsie. Lucky I've got some spare paper towel to mop up any mess. All right. Also feel free to use the spare bits that you've cut off. You can make a picture out of them, or you can use it to mop up after you've done. All right, so now we have red, yellow, blue, red. And the spare ones in between are not filled with anything, no water and no food colouring. All right, now it's time to place our paper towels into the cups. Now, what you need to make sure is that it goes down quite well, okay? So if you watch how I'm going to do it, you want to make sure that it pushes down, all right? And not, so that there's not so much of a cone shape there, all right? And then you've got to put another one here. And again, make sure it's really, really in there. Now, I wonder if you can start to think what you think is going to happen. Now, it's a bit weird that we have only filled up some of the glasses. What do you think is going to happen to the empty glasses? Oh, you're right, I've forgotten to put, this is what happens when I don't have my glass in front of me. Okay, and then we've got to put it over here. Now, if you were doing it in a circle, you would then put the red back into the red, okay? That would work fine as well. Okay, so what do we think is going to happen? You can see already something's happening here. So I left mine overnight sorry, not overnight. I left mine for about 3 or 4 hours yesterday. And it was extremely exciting, okay? So here it is, have a look. What happens? Is it matching your prediction? Was it something else? It's cool, no? Yeah. Okay, so I hope that yours works too. And you might be wondering how this has happened. Now, this is actually an experiment that kind of mirrors how a leaf gets its water from the ground, okay? And what happens is that in the paper towels, just like in the leaves, there is something called cellulose, and it kind of grabs the water, okay, and it almost stops gravity taking its toll. So can you see that the water, remember gravity is what pulls everything down, the water is going up, which is very strange, okay? And then you might have heard of that old saying, whatever goes up must come down, and that is true for this as well. As you saw on my time lapse, whatever's going up is going to go down, okay? Because the reaction that's happening is that the water molecules, okay, are clinging to something else, which is the food colouring, all right? And when that can't happen anymore, then gravity takes its toll and it goes down again. So it will have gone up, 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 into the paper towel, and then when it can't hold anymore, when it's saying, okay, right, I'm done, then it lets go and gravity takes its course. And then we find what happens in these empty glasses is that it's not so empty anymore. And I can already see, wow, this is working very fast. I can already see that the yellow one over here is starting to fill up. And I think we might start to get from over there as well. It probably depends on the colours as well. Sometimes that is the case. I've seen that the red wasn't as strong, and the blue was quite strong, but it might differ for you. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this experiment, and I hope that yours works. I've loved receiving all of your pictures and videos telling me how you've been getting on, so keep those coming in, and I hope you enjoy this. Bye.